Okay, so military veteran. As usual. So this route is longer than the other one. But you obviously get much better damage output. The goal is to have like a +3 weapon by the time you fight Bloodstarved Beast, and then either +3 or +4 for Amelia. And by that point, it would catch up to the other strategies. There's a lot of variation like throughout, the entire run, but this first segment, like the first 3 bosses, usually has quite a bit of change between, the different routings in terms of time and like effectiveness, I guess. Up to Gascoigne, it's usually basically the same. So, to get to a +3, you have to have 16 shards. Oh, I missed that. So if that happens, just make sure he follows. Like you miss that if you take it. You want 80 dodge or whatever, but you just don't want him getting stuck by the carriage back there. Because he can come over here and hit you with his axe while you climb up the ladder. Like, not a big deal, it's a quick reset. So anyways, I'm gonna try to get this extra weapon too in the hunter stream by spamming X at the right point on the stairs. If you stop at the right point and get it, and like spam X without moving your controller to activate the gesture control, it's pretty consistent. I mean, I would never base like any purchases off of getting this extra weapon and selling it like that, so I didn't really pause it, but I got the menu twice. So now I have 2 weapons. And it's like a legal glitch too. But anyways, so to get to a +3, you need 16 shards. And there's more than enough on the way. I'm going to get extra, and then just to show you where they are and how to get them. And then, just you can adapt, because all you need is 16. Okay, we'll start with equipping the molotov at least. So jump and roll past this guy. You can try to lock onto him in the air and then dash when you hit, just because it's faster. Like, you get a little more distance. So the first shard, you just kind of go around these guys, up these stairs, and grab right here. You dodge out. Run past this guy. He won't hit you, he's just there to scare you. And then build up stamina while you go down these stairs. And just sprint across. And this guy will never really hit you, as long as you're running. Once you get to this tunnel, if you hear a shot, just strafe. Get that, and then, so the next blood shard is here. I usually I come up here first sometimes just to make sure nobody's chasing. Because if they're chasing and you turn, you can get caught in that corner. Otherwise you can come down here and get the torch and the molotovs first. And like let them be aggro. And then go back and get it. I get that torch for the same reason that I get the hunter's axe, to sell it. You can get the oil urns over there too, if that's what you want to do. So I'm gonna go this way. You can usually run right by the dogs, but this is just if you want to get extra pungence and an extra shard. You'll come in here and do 3 hits on this guy, and then 2 on this guy. So pungence, this 2 pungence, sorry, and vials and bullets from those guys. And the shards are right there, so just get this guy to come down. You can parry him or dodge and backstab. Okay, that's weird. I'm bad at parrying. So there's a shard, then, you know, might as well open this. There's like no reason to open this though. Unless you're doing like an all bosses or some other kind of challenge. Like you need to come get Cleric Beast later. So when you come back, since you've already run past the dogs, they're going to be out of their cages. But as long as you run right down the middle like this, it shouldn't bother you. Because he'll turn around. So you get the Bolt Hunter's marks. And then there are, right here on this body, it's 3 more shards, but I don't ever recommend getting them unless you like really need for some reason, because you have to drop all the way down and then make sure that, like, you know, you don't stagger too much, and like the rats might get you, so not really worth it. So just gonna keep the normal path from here. Get the other oil urns if you like. And you can drop it onto this. With that. The crow will drop down, by the way, if you're in the middle there. It won't really hit you, but it is startling. And then I'm going to go get the music box. So we get the music box from Gascoigne's daughter. There we go. So I don't know if you can see it from here. Yeah, can't really see where you're gonna turn. But this next shard is probably one of the more like unrecommended ones to get. I would not usually try to get this one. So what you're gonna do before you get to these corpses, especially depending on how they're laid out, you just turn to the right, grab this one, and then come back out. And you know, they're kind of not in a great position. The birds are gonna be coming up behind you, so you know, just if you do that, be careful. It's not that bad to dodge them, but they do mess up a lot of rows. So since you're gonna have enough shards from other places, I would say that isn't really necessary. But again, if you like to overstock, then you know you can get it. Because like you might want to level up your gun. Or you know, make a lash later. And then fighting Gascoigne is going to be the same as however you like to do it. I prefer the music box. It's quicker and a little more satisfying for me. There's a bold hunter's mark over there, or a couple, but you don't need it. So I do this with the molotovs and the music box equipped. Essentially, I just try to get him trapped around these graves, watching out for his gun, and then music box into backstab, visceral molotov. So that's a good one too. Music box, backstab, visceral and molotov. And this time, since he's going to transition phases, you can go ahead and music box again.
It's enough to make a man sick.
You get the third time. Hit him with one of like transitions. Back up. And then once he rests like that, music box again. 1, 2, 5. Backstab and visceral. It's a pretty quick fight. So, something with him, if you're fighting that way, whenever you visceral him and he like, flies forward, if he gets up and he's standing like this, like against some stones, he will either like dodge away and turn to you immediately, or like turn around or something. That's especially true when he does the phase transition. So when he blows up into the big dog thing, he might, turn around immediately and not do that like rest. So if that happens, just you can either dodge him and try to find a quick opening to do it again, or you can basically circle him up here, have him chase you up here. Grab that, and then follow you this way. And then if he's following from there, he'll drop down, and if you're standing right about here between the, third and fourth post, about the third post, he'll start trying to attack you through the wall there, and you can do like a reverse stair cheese thing. So I'll go ahead and unequip the music box. So this next part is where you'll get most of these shards. You'll get enough to upgrade to a +3. Because right now I think we should have 4. 5. Okay. If you love getting money, you can kill this guy too. He just drops a rune, but he gives you $200. So light that, and then through this area, just walk so you don't aggro him because he's gonna go down those stairs. And then this guy, by the time he's about there or whatever, you can start throwing molotovs at him, and it's just 2 to kill him. Good use of molotovs. Then you come up here and turn around to trigger the giant. Grab the blood vials while you wait. And now you can grab these shards. So there's 2 there. Run past him. And so this part is kind of interesting because the idea is, well, I'll show you this first, because you can get one guy to run to a tree. So just stay between the fence and that light post. He'll run to the bench. The bird won't get you. You get 3 shards there. Once you get to about here, just start to walk and hug the fences. You don't have to be really precise, but the idea is just to make sure that... Uh-oh, he's coming. That doesn't usually happen. See, because he turned around, because I'm out of his aggro radius anyway. So that doesn't normally happen, that he follows. I've actually never seen that before. But you don't want to get this guy to run away, that's why I was hugging the wall. So there are 5 more shards right here, and then this guy gives 3. So now we've got 18, and you can build Hunter's Mark back. If the big guy aggroes, just keep going straight down that same path, and there's some stairs he can't get down. So now I like to go back to the Hunter's Dream already and go ahead and upgrade. The reason being is it saves you another trip back here later. And I'll show you why when we get there. So get these molotovs. I whack Walting Walter there. And you can go ahead and upgrade. 2+3. And you can pop this gem. To get a few extra points. Oops. Over here, you can get Gascoigne's hat, if you'd like. It's only 1 insight, but it has higher poison resistance than the hat that you're already wearing. So the top hat's actually not bad. The number you're looking at right here is the slow poison resist, which is 8 for that. It's 14 for the top hat, and then 17 for Gascoigne's cap. So it's worth the 1 insight. I think you can put it on. You don't have to change it up at all, but it's good for BSB depending on how you fight it. Then I sell the Hunter Axe and the torch, and keep on this original set, by the way. The reason again is the poison resistance. It's much higher beasthood on the Hunter garb, which is good for Amelia and further bosses, but for BSB, since it has like a poison aura in phase 3, you just want to keep the poison high. See. So go ahead and level up. I just pump it all into strength. And then back to Cathedral Ward. So from here you can obviously just go ahead and kill BSB and Amelia, but I would like to get pretty nasty damage for Amelia. So go ahead and just run by this guy. And if you want, you can I wouldn't sprint, but you can run up to this tree or about the edge of this and chuck a Molotov and get the dog. Because he's the big danger in this part. And you get 4 more Molotovs there. Oh, I guess I decided to gesture. Cold Blood Dew. And then you just run by the rest of these guys. Okay, so he might chase. But he'll de-aggro. Usually. You can go ahead and get the dogs coming. And I just like using the single Molotov with him. But you know, since they can't attack you through that fence. So now we're gonna get the fire paper.
You're a beast. I knew it. Oh, Beck protege. So, why not? Take this. Beast.
Then we're gonna go to Old Yharnam. Grab that boy. I'm not going to bother getting that gem. You won't need it. And then just run by the dog. Legends. So this is where the time save comes. Okay, he's following. That's fun. Let's make sure he doesn't get us. So the time save comes from not getting that lamp. Because once you kill, well, we're gonna get these shards too. Just because if by some reason you didn't get the rest from before, you can come and get 3 from there, and then there's another one there, if you need it, and then come back in here and use that lamp. But if you use the if you use a bold hunter's mark right after you kill the blood-starved beast, instead of using the lamp, you will return back to Cathedral Ward and not have to go through the hunter's dream, which is fine because there's nothing else to upgrade right now. You could get a couple levels, but it's not going to do you any good yet. So just run through here. Feels scarier than it is. Grab 2 more fire paper and wait for him to shoot a couple times. Guess it's good. Then you'll run through here. This little dodgy move. You may run through sometimes, it's fine. Just make sure you have good stamina during this part because he can jump forward and hit you. That's important. So since we are like stupid with pungeons, instead of waiting for these guys to move, you can pretty much run straight up, hit the wall with the pungent, and then just go. And they won't follow you out of here either. Because we get a pungent for free over this way, and then we can actually use another one to distract some of the wolves. So you know, hit the pillar, hit this one, and then you can hit this wall too. That'll chart that guy. And I like to throw them high, so there's like a single point that they'll gather on the ground when they're trying to attack it, as opposed to kind of trying to circle it. It especially works on bosses like Bloodstarved Beast. When you throw the pungent high, it will it'll stick on like one place against the wall trying to get it, as opposed to trying to you know, get at the AoE from anywhere accessible. So I'm gonna kill it using this normal method. with this kind of damage, you could much easier just kind of fight it straight up. Some paper, blood, and then pungent. And transform combo. A little bit of stamina, then a double backstab. I should have thrown him over. You hit a couple times, and then here. Okay, so I'm gonna switch up methods here. So just strafe it. And then punish the transitions. That's it. That was good. This is a really bad fight. But that's how you normally do it. If you just kind of like run around this right or left side, it won't hit you. So, Bolt Hunter's Mark, and this will take you back to Cathedral Ward. Because otherwise it would take you up to the old Yharnam lamp, and it's not really backwards accessible to Cathedral Ward, at least easily. And I don't like loading screens. So we can go ahead and do this part. Molotovs all equipped. You can kill this guy. Take his bullets if you want. And then just the normal wave. I like to get him with a Molotov so there's no chance of being knocked off the side. And then you do the whole abandoned workshop part. So we get the clothes, the bone, and the cord, and then just run back out. So like I've said before, you can just jump off this second platform and you won't die. And with this damage you can kill this guy in I think a single combo like this. He gives you like 800 bucks in a room. Then you can just run through. Stick right up on that dog. And then I just try to pop some items here to make the ride up a little more fun. So, this is where, if you wanted to do +3, you could go ahead and run up, but I will show you how to do even better damage. So go ahead and open up this gate. Sprint under. I like to go ahead and pick up the Madman's Knowledge. There's 2, and this one. And then when you come into this tunnel, just, I don't like to sprint, but just kind of don't go past that threshold. You can nail that bird with a Molotov or your gun. And then this Squidward guy, when you come out, just lock on and then just chuck a Molotov. Like, he one gets in, he's not that fast. And to be completely honest, if you run up and just strafe right by him, like, his attack will miss you. He's not actually very scary of an enemy, because he's not very quick. But then you come down here and you get this gem, and you can bolt Hunter's Mark back, since we opened the first gate too, but there's more money to be had. And so play by ear if you get that item. But you can run over this way and get this cold blood. And then run past Homeboy here. Just gonna stick to this wall so you don't aggro the dog or anything. And then assuming you got that gate open, go over this ladder. That's not really as much to dodge those guys as it is to get this item. It's the numbing mists, and what it does for you is it prevents healing in an AoE, so it gives them to you right before Amelia because she has healing in her second or third phase. But I just like to sell them because you'll get like $2,500 from it. And now we go back to the Hunter stream. So, sorry. So you can fortify this up to +4 now. And we can throw that extra gem on. So that gem is it's basically a 10% gem as long as you're at full health, right? But even if you have taken fall damage or something, you're still getting 7.3, so it's a very good gem. And then this one's another 3 almost, so 13% extra damage isn't bad. From here, it doesn't matter if you can get this stuff if you want to sell it, or you can just stock up on pungents, which I like to do. Because pungents are really important for this run, and it's just better to not to worry. Pop all of the cold bloods. I'm gonna save these just for later if I need extra insight. Because I'm good on items right now. So sell the old Hunter's Bone, those numbing mists, and then I did this out of order a little bit, but just buy the Yharnam Hunter cap, and then go ahead and put that on as well as the Hunter Garb, and then you can basically go through and sell all of these clothes. Including the Heisenberg cap there. And I mean, you can sell this stuff too, that's only 50. You could sell these for an extra 1,000 if you want, but again, if you want to level up your gun at any point, then no real reason. 1,000 is not really going to get you much anyway. So we're at +4, and then level strength up to 25 and skill up to 22, or however high it will go, and whatever leftover money you have, buy knives. I mean, you could buy anything that you want, like that you're short on. The knives are a precious commodity. They go up, you don't find them as much in the world as molotovs and pungents. You use a lot more of them. And they like double in price at certain points in the game. Well, all the items in the shop do. So go ahead and get rid of the molotovs just in case. And then run to Amelia. So I like to get this because the guy up top, the big guy, will take a couple extra steps, and it's better to pass him here on the stairs or whatever if he's there. Because like the attack that you want from him is like his big forward slam. This guy can just roll past. I've never actually seen it happen, but I've heard that he can get like a, you know, frame 1 attack or whatever right as your invincibility from opening the door stops, but I've never seen it happen. So the trick for Amelia, by the way, is the beast blood and the fire paper stacking, but using transform attacks to build the beast meter quickly, because it builds it much quicker than normal attacks, and it does more stagger. But the idea is for the stun lock loop is going for the, and I'm going to use like my right and left and not hers, but go for the right arm, and then go for the back left leg, and then the back right leg, and then for the head for visceral. So the only real difference in approaches here is how many hits it takes to break the limb, because with the amount of damage that we have now and like that you're gonna have with the +3, you can break the front leg at first with just like one transform combo like that, and if you go for more, it's gonna like knock her a little too far into a threshold where she'll start like phase transitioning quicker. So anyways, you go and fire paper up, and then I do that little transform trick as the cutscene begins to keep the sprint. Pop the beast blood. See, it still broke early, but yeah, didn't get it, but that's fine. Just watch the attacks and go for that arm. So that was pretty scuffed, but you can see that with the damage that we have right now, it just doesn't matter. You just have to be patient. Don't try to like finish the fight or keep going with the combos. But yeah, so that's, you know, about twice the amount of time it would take to do that other route.